Okay, people, so as we do, we're going to start off with Pack a Lunch. Now, 7 fights went the distance. 7 fights. And that's every fight on the main card went the distance, right? But some of these fights was interesting. A big thing, right? There was a big thing that you did kind of notice though from these fights. It's fight IQ, right? Like fight IQ and barriers. It's an odd thing. It's a very odd thing. Like some of these fights were fun and some were just boy. It was kind of crazy. And I think the first fight of the night, it was the women flyweight. We had Jamie Lynn Horth against Vanessa Delopoulos. And I thought Delopoulos, it was a hard one to pick. But I just thought maybe the ground game would be the difference. So I completely missed the fact that this was a short notice fight for Donopoulos. And also it's at flyweight, right? Where she usually fights at strawweight. So, or maybe it was just a strawweight thing I missed. It was one of, it was something. But I think that plays a very big part into this. And firstly, you saw that Donopoulos even, wasn't necessarily as big as Horth, right? Wasn't as big, wasn't as in shape. Now, she took it on short notice, so whatever, But I think a big thing, and, I mentioned fight IQ, because Donopoulos, she just wasn't really using fight IQ to, plan out, okay, if I do this, I get to the inside and then I can implement my game. There was none of that. Right? Absolutely none, which was kind of bonkers. You're just like, why are you trying to stand up with someone who has clearly better stand up than you? Doesn't mean they're going to win. But you have to acknowledge these things, and they were not. Right? So at the end of the round, I just had Vanopoulos, talk to her opponent, and then she just turned to camera and was like, I'm always gonna fight, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But it's just like, in the fight, you didn't show anything, and it's always a rubbish thing when someone misses weight and the other person has to, essentially fight up a class. Now on this one, it wasn't a weight thing. I don't think it was. Was it? No. It was just the fact that she just wanted to get that bad taste out of the mouth, take a fight ASAP. Which is all well and good. And I think as the fight hit the third round and, a little bit in, that you saw Donopoulos do a whole lot more. But at that point, it's like, if it's not a finish, we don't want to know. Right? We don't want to know. Because you could see where this fight was going and how it would all play out. And it was just one of them. It was just one of them, people. Because we saw a similar thing in another couple of those fights, right? Which was definitely interesting, because we had... oh man, like there was the Michael Craig. Yeah, I just butchered that. The Michael Chiesa Court McGee fight, where neither really did anything. It was such a bizarre fight. I mean, obviously, I think Chiesa did the most, but that wasn't a lot. And I think you can look at these and maybe kind of go, well, they both, McGee's a wrestler, Chiesa won Ultimate Fighter, he's got submissions. So that kind of counters itself out. But then the other people, just no one was down for clean. Like, no one wanted to do those small things, the building blocks to what the bigger picture is. No one wanted to do them. And Chiesa was using his jab and trying to mix up some combos and stuff, and it just looked like McGee just wasn't the same Court McGee that we'd seen just in his most recent fight. It's very odd. So that's the thing. Like, normally it's just like, it is whatever it is. But in this one, I'm just like, I don't get how so many people seem to be off. Like, is it food? But like, what could it be? But yeah, it was like, as the fight did go on, you did ponder. I just got completely blank. You did question, McGee's hunger for it all, because you kind of go, okay, let me see what they can do. What kind of energy are they bringing to this? And unfortunately, it was kind of flat. But Chiesa walks away with the win, so he's happy with himself. Most definitely happy. Right. So what else do we have? Oh man. So there was the light heavyweight clash between Omar Sy and Alonzo Meadowfield. All right, and at the beginning, Sy was doing a very good job with the jab, holding it at range. I thought, it was decent, right? He's then mixing in a few other bits and bobs, kicks, leg kicks, body kicks, hooks, all of this, but never in like big sequences. So we have that. Now, this one, it was odd because Sy I thought was doing a good job, right? I thought Sy had done enough to take this fight. But then, you just see that the attendants and the judges have decided this whole different slot of fights would be taking home, the credits and all of that jazz, which was weird. Because that last round, the big thing is he didn't seem to be throwing enough. To get that win, you have to kind of show that you were doing everything, and he did not do that. Right, and then there was moments in the first round which it seemed like, are you not gonna do something? That he was getting away with a few things, and then just with the finish, because I do not believe they got any first aid from the submarine. So you're just thinking there's these things that could be done, but they're not done. So, what's happening? But it was kind of like, I don't know, that they just had made some weird agreement not to fuck each other up. Live to fight another day and all of that. That's what it kind of seemed of. But who knows? And I think it's probably the last one. We had, we got another couple actually. There was the bantamweight clash, Cody Garbrandt against Ronnie Baha. And this fight did pretty much go how I thought. Barcelos, he really good job on the feet of the different looks he was able to show. Right, so we have that aspect of it. Also, former champ against someone who's tapping at the door, and you could see that, you know, he was getting a little frustrated because the identity was kept under wraps, the whole thing. So that definitely was like a, oh damn, okay, all right, let's go, you know. But yeah, that was that fight, you know, and it was interesting because I think Garbrandt did a decent job at the beginning of stuffing takedown attempts, you know, but Barcelos was able to tag him and land shots, and I think it was towards the end of this second round, Barcelos gets him down. And then, you know, gets him down again. But what led to all of this was a nice little quick combination and an uppercut from Marab. I don't know if he's there for the gym or solo, but yeah, there was definitely some interesting moments, people, for that one. But yeah, in the second round, Barcelos stuffs a takedown. And I think that was a fight where we just see this shift in the production level and the time commitment, just all these different things. And yeah, he did a very good job of, you know, keeping the pressure up. He also saw that Garbrandt, oh man, he got hit by this really good fucking uppercut, which definitely changed the trajectory of things. So there was that. And I think that's it. But yeah, very interesting. Ronnie Barras did a great job. A fantastic job, you know. And yeah, because also Garbrandt, he's significantly tireder at the last throes of that fight. So tired. You know, there's no more protection there. And then we had Edmund Shabazian against Andre Petroski. Yeah, this was, man, Shabazian really showed that he's just been working on the PR side of things. You know what I mean? So probably not going to notice anything until maybe next week. I don't know. But yeah, it was the uppercut seemed to drain Garbrandt, to long combinations, just all of these things seem to take their toll. It seemed to take their toll. But the new season is, you know, all being sorted out. We're playing Man United in an early game. So, yeah, fun things to look out for with that. And then everything ended with... Yeah, that's it. Did I do Shabazian against Petroski? I can't remember if I've done that fight, but... Edmund, he came in mad young, right? Mad fresh. And, you know, recent times he went on a, I think, 3-fight losing streak. He then did bounce back, but how can he keep this momentum? And he was using his jab well, you know, trying to keep it at distance. And everything was just more focused. Right? He was putting combinations together. They were throwing down, but he was, you know, doing very well on the defensive side of things too, which is a vast improvement to previous situations with Shabazian, right? So that was good. I thought that was really good. We had everyone focused and ready, right? So, yes, that, people, was Pack A London.